members of Songsalive. I'm Jilly Moon. I'm the founder and president of Songsalive. And I have with me,
Jessica, the Community Engagement and Membership Coordinator at Songs Alive.
and we're so happy that you're here watching this video and have joined Songsalive. Songsalive is a 501c3 non-profit organization. That's right. We are also an educational public benefit charity. And we're run by songwriters for songwriters. So we're songwriters, our team of songwriters, you're a songwriter. You might be a songwriter, composer, or a lyricist, or you may actually be loving original music. But the point being is you're a member of Songs Alive, and we're so glad you're here. And today we're going to share with you a little bit of the benefits of Songs Alive to get you started. There's also some material for you to watch, getting hip. I think it's called Getting Hip with Songs Alive. What's our article called, Jess?
Getting hip with our squad.
Yeah, that's right. So that's some good reading for you as well. But we're going to do a show and tell to share with you how you can utilize Songs Alive for your career and for your craft of songwriting. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen. And the first part of this is just to share with you our website, songsalive.org. Now, you probably have seen our website, which is great. But what you may not know is there's a little more detail on the benefits that you can come and see here, as well as the upcoming events. A guide to our workshops and some good rules of like giving critique and receiving critique. Our podcast, our store, where we've got some books and some t-shirts. You can wear our Songs Live t-shirt if you want. A little more about who we are and our constitution. We've been going since 1997, so well over 24 years. And a few different options there to learn about us. But what you would do is you would log in from the website, which would take you to our landing page, which is members.songsalive.org. So to log in to what we call Backstage is either on your desktop or your mobile app. And everything that we offer for our members is through the Backstage. Now I'll just show you a little bit also on the mobile app. If you download the Mighty Network app, it's a little black. I'll stop sharing for a minute. It's a little black. Oh, can't see now. Little black icon. Black icon called Mighty. Mighty, 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 mighty. And then you can come into the app. So I'm going to use the desktop version right now to give you the show and tell. So you sign in over here because you've already paid. Welcome. And you want to put your email that you signed up with and your password. And if you can't remember your password, you can tap on forget password and it will be emailed to you. And then you sign in. Now, of course, I'm signing in as me. So there's probably a little more admin that you might see that you wouldn't ordinarily see on yours. But basically, you will hop right into your feed or my feed. And this feed is the feed that's tailored to you. It's pretty much everything, but as a new member, you're probably seeing some new member areas to start with, featured posts. So your feed is just a feed of all of the posts that are directed to you, kind of a little bit like a Facebook. We kind of sometimes call ourselves the Facebook for songwriters. All right, so you can also tap on Discovery on the left just to get you started. And again, it'll share with you a little bit of what is tailored for you as a new member and also for a general member that's been around for a while. We might feature some of our posts. We actually need to change some of those and that we want you to see. And then there's a welcome checklist. So definitely follow these and go through them as part of your welcome checklist. That where we want to point you to different posts to get you started. You also can see under Discovery what's coming up, upcoming events, which is great. And even though we show events on our website for anybody, we only offer like workshops and special events just for our songwriters. You actually have to RSVP within this backstage. Um, and you can also tap on the events on the left-hand side here if you want to see them in chronological order that are coming up. And you can also see the past events if you're curious. And you can also see events nearby. So if you live in Orange County, we have an Orange County Songwriters Workshop there as well, as an example. So on Discovery, that's a great place to start and get used to everything. You can start to see the members that are near you, because when you signed up, you to set up your profile, you shared a little bit about you and where you're based. And you can also kind of discover different spaces and see who are our top members. And we give often some prizes and kudos to our top members who are using Backstage a lot. In our monthly newsletter called Song Notes, we shout out and give them extra promotion and love. So it's good for you to be engaging in here like you would any social network, but this becomes your songwriter social network. Members is a great area to look at. You can see who's online. I love that. And you can actually reach out to them straight away if you want to. You can start chatting up here. You can do direct messages, which is up in the top right. We also actually have a chat feature.
Oh, we do have a chat feature in the home space.
Home space. Okay. We go home. All right. Home and chat. So you'll find it there. Awesome. Members, you can see what type of members near you, what type of member tiers, like if you're a composer or you're a lyricist, music producer, musician, singer-songwriter. This is kind of really good because especially if you want to collaborate with someone, you can reach out and say, hey, I see that you're a musician. I'm looking for a musician because I'm a lyricist, as an example. Or I'm looking for a music producer. All right. The main area for Backstage, though, is kind of home base, which is a little more than your own feed. Maybe you've tailored your feed for certain visibility, but this shows everything that's coming through, which is great. But it's sort of general posts. It may not have specific posts from different spaces. One of our spaces that's actually fairly new is called Announcements. That's when Jess and I will post some really important announcements from Songsalive. She'll share upcoming events. We'll share our newsletter. There might be a really big thing that's happening that we want to share from a Songsalive point of view. Maybe it's a new feature, a new program, or a new key opportunity that doesn't fall in our main categories. Shine. I was wanting to see if Jess, you could share a little bit about Shine.
Yeah, so our Shine is literally our space for you to do self-promotion and pretty show and show yourself some love. So every Friday we have what we call Shine Self-Promote Fridays. So this is your time to promote anything that you have new that's coming up. So if you have like a new show, there's a new song, new music video, or anything that you want to share that's related to you and your music, this is the space to post it in. So we do it every Friday. So you just simply create a post and then have the other members will definitely try to engage, leave comments, and show some others some love. But the Fridays are all about our members and just basically being able to self-promote their work.
Yep, it's really cool because on a Friday, and we've given it one day a week so we don't kind of bombard all the time, but on a Friday, everyone loves to send their new songs and then comment on each other's songs, which is a lot of fun. It's great. And then part of Shine, we do have it's very new and people aren't really utilizing it yet, but come and use it. We have an area where you can post your own events. So you got a gig on Friday or whatever, you can add that here too. So people might want to come and support you in your show. And we also have one other thing that's part of Shine, which is Spotify playlist. So if you wanted to get on our Songsalive Spotify playlist, you just drop your song on our form and we will add it after we listen to our Spotify playlist, which helps promote you. One key program that we have is called Song Share, and I'll just share this actually on our main website too, so you get to see what this is. And this is any day of the week you can give or receive song critiques from your peers at Songsalive. And the one thing that I want to be clear on is there's a lot of songwriters in Songsalive that want critique, but it's always good to give critique to your peers, and we do that in our monthly workshops as well. So this is a great way to do that. But we also have industry and past guest speakers that become members of Songs Alive too. So when you post, you may get feedback from them as well. So it's both peer critique and industry critique. And what's really cool about the song share is just like the other spaces, you just post here and you share what you're looking for in feedback. Be very specific. Add your lyrics if you can. Add a link to SoundCloud if you're going to use SoundCloud, which is a great tool to use. Make sure there is lyrics available if it's a song rather than instrumental, and really ask for the type of feedback you want, and then you get the feedback. People are commenting every day on people's songs. This is a great feature. Songcraft. Songcraft is all about, I would call this our masterclass for our members to up their game on the craft and business of songwriting and music. We have articles, but mostly videos on demand 24/7. You can watch our huge video library of the recordings of our past guest speakers at our workshops that have been edited, tailored for this online audience, where you can learn anything from craft of your songwriters, pitching your songs, music production. Feel free to chime in, Jess. Great stories from a very kind of well-known songwriter, or a songwriter who's written for great artists, and they've told us their story of how they made it and what are the successes and what are the downfalls. Sometimes tools to help you with songwriting. Whole mess of anything else that I've missed, Jess?
Also like vocal production as well. So, and then things like that. So relating to like melodies and things as well.
Yeah, so there's a whole mess of, and we're posting these all the time. They don't come every day because we have guest speakers once a month. So it's usually monthly. There's a new one, unless we also add another article or another video from outside sources. But it's mainly our own intellectual property videos that we've recorded and just here for you to watch anytime you want to. So if you can't make a workshop for whatever reason, we'll always post the recording here. It's great stuff. Great. Song Shop. Do you want to speak about Song Shop, Jess?
Yeah. So for our song shop, this is where we definitely provide opportunities, just for music placement or any sort of music submissions, for like any sort of festival or contest. And then, but mainly it's for music and TV film placement. So if you're looking to pitch your songs and kind of plug your songs to these different opportunities, this is a great place to do so.
Yeah. And I will say that also Song Shop is very different to, say, another service where there's like a third a layer between you and the pitcher. We give you the contact directly. So while we may not have hundreds of pitches here, they are concierge tailored directly from the person, the publisher or the music supervisor that is looking, or the producer that is looking for songs. What we ask in return is you take care of that relationship. So don't just pitch any song that you think just because you're going to get out there. Listen, read the instructions carefully, because you're not only representing yourself and you don't want to burn those bridges, but you're also representing Songs Alive if you pitch your song. So it's very specific. Also, they're not always feeling like they're up to date because the deadline is passed. So we always assume we always put the deadline in. If the deadline's not there, assume that the deadline is within that month. Because these requests for songs for sync or licensing is usually very specific timing and usually kind of upcoming, but not for whenever you want to, unless it's listed. So we will post song shop leads as they come. And we don't want you to post to anything where the deadline is passed. Inspiration is really for you to help us, and we also post. be inspiring. So we want to make our community to be as inspiring as possible for our songwriters and composers and lyricists. So feel free to drop something here. Sometimes I get in here on a Monday and go my Inspiration Monday or Inspiration Sunday, just to help us fuel our creativity. And it's a hard path being a songwriter, so we want to make sure that we keep joyous throughout the whole experience. Marketplace is really about buy and sell, but it's more about services. That being said, if you have like a guitar for sale, you can pop it in here too. It's not really more for money. It's more about trade. So if you're looking for a songwriter, if you're looking for a bed to crash while you're on tour, if you're looking for a producer that can help you with that song, if you're looking for anything that can help you with your songwriting or your craft or your business of songwriting, just pop it in here. And it's more like it's a marketplace to discuss how to benefit by others helping you. And partner offers are all about our third-party partners that we have in the community that have opportunities for you that we want to pass along. So whether it's a song festival or a song contest, or it's a workshop, or it's a tool that has a discount for you to help you write, as an example. An indie Bible book. We've been partners with them for a long time. Or, there's various things that will help, and opportunities and events that might help you. And they have a relationship with us that we want to nurture. Support. Jess, do you want to share a little bit about how do you support?
Yeah, so if you're having any difficulties as far as like navigating the website, or having just general questions about an event, or even just your like membership benefits or things not happening right, the support space is definitely where you would go to kind of get some of those answers. And then also to contact directly to reach us. So we have, of course, other different articles and resources as well, as far as to help you kind of navigate just like the backstage and the portal, and then our membership benefits. But this is where you can kind of get help with any issues that you're having.
Yeah, and we prefer that you do it through here because we get a ping and we can respond, and it could be anyone from the team responding. This is kind of our way of supporting. That being said, if you do have any problems with your membership and your account, you can always email membership@songsalive.org. Membership@songsalive.org. O-R-G. All right, so there's a few global communities you can join if you want to get a little more acute. We often are trying to create some mini communities, or what we call squads or chapters around the world. But again, it's not necessary that you do. It's just if you really want to get more acute with the people in your area. And a couple of masterclass areas and spaces that we're developing. One is Song Camp, where you can join at an extra benefit to come on in and co-write in a day, actually in a couple of hours, with another Songsalive member, and you get a lot of benefits there about collaborating and some opportunities. It's called Songsalive Song Camp. And we're starting to launch, if you saw the annual video that I posted at the end of the year, and if you didn't, that's fine, a new membership called the Pro Circle, which is in development, and maybe by the time you've seen this video, it's already launched, for those who can show that they are actually professional songwriters and want to up their game a little further with extra benefits and extra opportunities. So that's coming, if not already announced. I kind of glossed over the events. One of the key things about our events is our workshops, and the workshops are really invaluable. It's really our bedrock for Songsalive. Every third Sunday of the month, usually. Sometimes we have to shift it, like the next one is a little shifted, but the third Sunday of the month, we gather online on Zoom, well, actually, we're on Zoom right now, Jess and I. And we have guest speakers who come, um, uh, who are either music industry aficionados, they're leaders in the music industry, or they might be like celebrated songwriters that you may know about or may not know about. And they come and do a talk about their experience or their craft, and that's the ones that we record for Songcraft. But the first half is all about critique, and so we have you sharing, bringing a song for critique. There's a method to do so, and then the second half is the speaker. It's really invaluable. We all love it, and people write just for the workshop. So this is a great sort of forcing function to help you get a song ready and get feedback before you make it prime time. And we want to make it in this space that's supportive, but gives you good feedback before the harsh reality of the music industry giving you, or just putting it out there. So it's a great way to kind of work through your songs, and get that feedback before you go take it out. So we love workshops. The last one is coffee shop. So coffee shop is a really fun program that some of our songwriters wanted. So it was a great feature request. And it was like they just wanted a random space. They did not want to, they couldn't figure out where to have a dialogue about anything, whether it's songwriting or the weather. And so this is coffee shop. This is your space as members. You just shoot the breeze and do what you want. What we've noticed about it is people will post, what do you think of the lemon twigs as an example? Or, hey, there's an analysis about, dumbing down the songs in the 80s, or what coffee do you drink in the morning? Like, this is kind of fun, and it's very engaging. So we encourage people to just write things in coffee shop where it's random, and you want to engage with other members. So that is pretty much it for our backstage tour. There's a lot more growing. We're always building it. You should be on our member list. It comes from a site called Simplero. That's our newsletter list. We send out song notes once a month, which is our main newsletter. You will be getting emails in your inbox as a member. That's just for you to say, hey, there's a new Songcraft video that's live, or hey, there's something else you should go do. We often send songwriting tips as well via email. So make sure that you've added info@songsalive.org and membership@songsalive.org to your contacts, so we don't fall into your spam. And yeah, anything else you want to add, Jess, on just becoming a member of Songs Alive?
No, just this is a really great community. Everything that we've kind of put out into Backstage and even our benefits is really to support you as a songwriter and composer. And so the number one thing that we've kind of heard back, or feedback that we've heard from our members, is that it's just really a tight-knit and friendly community that has been like a different experience that maybe that some other members have had previously. So everything that we do is all about you. So, definitely have fun as you're kind of browsing through Backstage. Definitely reach out if you have any questions or support, but we'd love to see you at any of our upcoming events or anything else.
Awesome. Thank you, Jess. And I want to also point out that our team, while there might be songwriters or music industry lovers, music lovers, we're all volunteers. This is a charity. This is a nonprofit. We operate in a different model. It's more community based, and we're here as we're members ourselves in a way. So, we strive to support, nurture, and educate and promote songwriters and composers around the world. And the biggest part of this is when we first started, we felt like there weren't enough opportunities and a platform for songwriters to be heard. And so we really want to continue to push this ethos that we are global. So not just Los Angeles, not just Oregon, not just, we're around the world. Italy, what members in Italy and Germany and Russia and Japan and Australia. We actually have a whole Australian organization as well, songsalive.org.au, if you just want Australian opportunities. I mean, this is just part of who we are. The second part of it is because we're a nonprofit community, we apply certain criteria like no religious posts, no political posts. We just can't because we're a nonprofit. So we want to make sure that we're very inclusive and community driven, and we try and do that in every way possible. And everyone is welcome, and we all ask you to be part of the community, not just paying your fee and, I'm a Songsalive member and I expect, my song leads, or why can't I meet, industry people? We get these questions all the time, like, why aren't you giving me these posts? Or I want to, can you get me a record deal? Or can you get, that's not what we're about. We're about what you put in is what you get out. So if you're part of the community, you will gather more and more opportunities. There's so many opportunities coming in, so many ways for you to shine, so many ways for you to get feedback, so many ways for you to actually learn, because we are all students of life. And so that is what we are. We are always striving for exceptional excellence in our songwriting, in our craft, and our songwriting business acumen. If you're looking for a publisher, yes, we might have publishers come through, but we're not going to publish your songs. If you're looking for us just to give you our Rolodex of contacts so you can just go do stuff, that's not who we are. We are a community. So glad you're part of the community. We want you to partake in it. Again, desktop, app, come to our workshops and partake in the community. Read our emails, respond, engage. We're also on social, Songsalive. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, even are on LinkedIn as a company page. Not on TikTok yet. And we are on Twitter or X, or whatever they call it. And you can also reach out to us within the app. Jessica Akintunde and Jilly Moon, you'll see us in a direct message if you want to find us. Great. All right. Well, thank you very much for listening and watching. And again, there will be some other activities in your checklist as a new member to check off, so that you can really take advantage of what we're offering. We are always open to feedback as to how to do this better. You can email any feature request to membership@songsalive.org or message us. And we also send out a survey as well. Okay.